She uploaded a TikTok of me sleeping, captioned, "Imagine waking up next to this every day." So, I quietly packed my things and left. Now her followers are dragging her while I'm dating someone who thinks I'm perfect. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. Hey Reddit. Throwaway account for obvious reasons. I'm Alex, 28, working IT support in a mid-sized city. I've always been the steady type. Reliable job, gym routine, not big on social media drama. About 2 years ago, I met Sarah through mutual friends. She was 25, bubbly, and chasing her dream of becoming a full-time influencer. She had this TikTok account with around 50,000 followers back then, mostly lifestyle and comedy skits. I fell hard. She seemed genuine, and I loved supporting her ambitions. From the start, I was all in. I sacrificed a lot to make our relationship work. Flashback to our first few months. She was struggling financially, bouncing between part-time gigs while building her online presence. I covered rent for our shared apartment when she couldn't. Bought her a decent camera and lighting setup out of my savings. Stuff that cost me a couple grand. I even edited her videos late at night after my shifts, suggesting ideas to make them funnier or more engaging. I turned down a promotion that would have required relocating because she said she needed stability here to grow her audience. "You're my rock, Alex," she'd say, cuddling up after a long day. It felt good, you know, like I was building something real. But over time, things shifted. Sarah's account started blowing up, hit 100,000 followers about 6 months ago. She got obsessed with authenticity and relatable content. That's when the comparison started. She'd scroll through her feed and point out these ripped, charismatic guys, other influencers with six-packs and flashy lifestyles. "Look at how he engages his audience," she'd say. But it always felt like a dig. "You're so comfortable, Alex. It's cute. But sometimes I wonder what it would be like with someone more on my level." I'd brush it off, thinking it was just her venting about work stress. I mean, I wasn't shredded like those guys, but I kept in shape and our life was solid. We had date nights, inside jokes, the works. Then came the emotional abandonment. She'd stay out late at networking events with other creators, coming home tipsy and distant. Her posts got flirtier, dancing videos with vague captions like, "Who wants to join?" I'd see comments from guys hitting on her, and when I'd mention it felt disrespectful, she'd roll her eyes. "It's just for engagement, babe. Don't be insecure." One night, I caught her DMing this guy, Jake, another influencer in our city with a bigger following. Nothing explicit, but the hearts and late-night chats stung. I confronted her gently, and she waved it off. "He's just a collab partner. You're overthinking." The real betrayal hit about a month ago. I woke up one morning to my phone blowing up. Notifications from friends, coworkers, even some family. "Dude, you okay?" Saw the video. Harsh. Confused, I opened TikTok. I barely used it, but had an account to follow her. There it was. A video she'd posted the night before, already at 500,000 views and climbing. It was me asleep on the couch after a long day at work. I was snoring lightly, hair messed up, mouth half open in that unflattering way everyone looks when they're out cold. The caption: "Imagine waking up next to this every day. Hashtag relationship goals. Hashtag real life. Hashtag boyfriend fails." She'd added goofy filters, exaggerated drool effects, clown music in the background. The comments were a nightmare. "Girl, run. He's cute in a dad bod way, but upgrade time. Why settle for that when you could have hot influencer?" My stomach dropped. This wasn't some private joke. She'd turned me into content, a punchline for strangers to mock. I felt exposed, violated, like my trust was just fodder for her likes. Views kept ticking up, 1 million by noon. I sat there staring at my screen, heart pounding. Why? I've been nothing but loyal, pouring everything into us. Flashback to the week before. I'd surprised her with tickets to a concert she wanted, even though I was wiped from overtime. She posted about the amazing night, but cropped me out. Now this. It was cruel. Undeserved. I paced the apartment, replaying our good times. The road trips, the lazy Sundays. But the humiliation burned. I didn't yell or text her immediately. I needed to process the unfairness, the confusion. How could someone I love do this? She got home around lunch, phone in hand, grinning like she'd won the lottery. Babe, the video's going viral. We're at 1.2 million already. She didn't even notice my face at first. I set my coffee down, keeping my voice steady. Sarah, that's me in the video. Sleeping. You posted it without asking, and the caption, it's humiliating. She laughed. Actually laughed. Oh, come on, Alex. It's just a joke. My followers love the realness. Imagine waking up to this every day. It's hilarious. Relatable content is what blows up. You should be happy. It's boosting my engagement big time. That's not funny to me. It's disrespectful. People are dragging me in the comments, calling me a loser. She rolled her eyes, crossing her arms. You're being so sensitive. This is my career. You knew that when we started dating. If you can't handle a little fun, maybe you're not cut out for this world. Jake thought it was genius. He said it would get me collabs. Jake? The guy you've been DMing? This is about more than the video, isn't it? She shrugged, smirking a little. Look, Alex, you're great and all, but yeah, I've been talking to Jake. He's exciting. Gets the influencer life. You're predictable. Safe. I need someone who matches my energy, not drags it down. Her words hit like a gut punch, but I didn't snap. I just nodded, feeling the weight of it all. The apartment felt smaller, the air thicker. I said, why beg? She'd shown her true colors. Update 1. The breakup. I walked away without a fight. Reddit. Thanks for the early comments on my original post. A lot of you said NTA and to dump her. Well, that's exactly what happened next. After that conversation, I didn't argue or plead. I just detached. While she was in the shower, humming like nothing was wrong, I started packing quietly, methodically. Clothes, laptop, the few things that were mine. The camera gear, I left it. Her career could keep it. I wrote a short note. I deserve better than being your punchline. Goodbye. No drama. No accusations. Just facts. She can't. What the hell, Alex? You're leaving over a video? I zipped the last bag, keeping my tone even. Yes, Sarah. The video, the comparisons, Jake. It's all clear now. You've been emotionally checked out for months, using me as a backup while you chase whatever this is. She scoffed, leaning against the wall. Oh, please. You're twisting this. I didn't cheat. Jake and I are just friends. For now. But fine. If you're going to be dramatic, go. You'll never find someone who puts up with your boring routine like I did. I need a man who's ambitious, who gets the grind. You're holding me back from my dreams with your 9-to-5 stability. Jake says I could hit 500,000 followers if I focus on collabs without distractions like you. Her logic was so twisted. Blaming me for her betrayal, justifying it as growth. I could have fired back about all I'd sacrificed. But what was the point? She was smug, dismissive, like I was the problem. A distraction. That's what I am now? I asked calmly. Exactly, she said. You're sweet, but I outgrew you. Go find some vanilla girl who wants Netflix nights. I'll be fine. Better, actually. I picked up my bags. Take care, Sarah. And I walked out. No slamming doors. No last words. I drove to a buddy's place across town. Crashed on his couch. Blocked her on everything temporarily. Just to breathe. The next days were rough. I sat with the betrayal, replaying her words in my head. The unfairness gnawed at me. How I'd been loyal, committed, only to be discarded like yesterday's content. Work was awkward. A few colleagues had seen the video, gave pitying looks. I hit the gym harder, started journaling to process the confusion. Why me? But slowly, the silence helped. I realized this was my chance to rebuild away from her manipulation. Little did I know, karma was already brewing. But that's for the next update. Update 2. Sitting with the silence and watching karma unfold. Hey Reddit. It's been a couple of weeks since my last update and wow. The support in the comments has been overwhelming. A lot of you predicted she'd come crawling back. But first, let me fill you in on what happened after I left. I didn't dive into revenge or bad-mouthing her. I just focused on me, that emotional middle ground after the betrayal. It's brutal, but necessary. I let myself feel it all. The confusion, the unfairness, the quiet nights staring at the ceiling, wondering how someone could discard loyalty like that. My buddy let me crash on his couch for a bit. Then I found a small studio apartment on the other side of the city. Nothing fancy, but it was mine. No echoes of her laughter. No ring light setups cluttering the space. Work became my anchor. I threw myself into projects and, ironically, without the distraction of editing her videos or waiting up for her late nights, I nailed a big assignment. My boss noticed, gave me a raise and more remote flexibility. It was like the universe was saying, see, you were holding yourself back too. I started small habits to rebuild. Gym sessions turned into a routine where I'd blast podcasts on self-growth, not her trendy playlists. I picked up hiking on weekends. Something I'd always wanted but shelved because she called it boring nature stuff. Flashback to one of our last good days. We'd planned a hike, but she bailed for a spontaneous collab shoot with Jake. I went alone that time. Felt the sting. But now, solo trails cleared my head. The silence wasn't empty anymore. It was space to process. Why had I let her comparisons chip away at me? I'd been committed. Undeservedly mistreated, made to feel like a backup plan. Sitting with that unfairness didn't break me. It sharpened my resolve. I even saw a therapist a few times, unpacking how her manipulation had eroded my confidence. You're not the punchline, the therapist said. It stuck. Meanwhile, karma started creeping in. Slow at first, then like a tidal wave. I wasn't stalking her. I'd unblocked but muted everything. But mutual friends kept me in the loop. And honestly, the internet did the rest. That viral TikTok, it backfired spectacularly. At first, the comments were mixed, with her diehards laughing along. But then, the tide turned. This is mean girl energy. Why humiliate your boyfriend for clout? Bullying disguised as content. Unfollowed. It snowballed. Hashtags like #ToxicInfluencer and #RespectYourPartner trended in her replies. Views hit 5 million, but her follower count stalled, then dipped. Sponsors pulled back. One clothing brand she just partnered with ghosted her after the backlash. Then Jake entered the picture fully. From what I heard, she moved in with him almost immediately after I left, posting subtle couple content without showing his face. But Jake, turns out, he was a walking red flag. Mutuals told me he'd been bouncing between influencers, using them for cross-promos before ditching. With Sarah, it escalated fast. He got controlling, demanded she feature him more, criticized her ideas. One night, things got ugly. He yelled at her during a live stream glitch, and viewers caught audio snippets. "You're nothing without me," he snapped before she cut the feed. The clip circulated, and boom, more backlash. Jake bailed a week later, posting a story about focusing on solo growth while tagging a new girl. Sarah was left scrambling, her account hemorrhaging followers down to 80,000. Bills piled up without my rent contributions or sponsor cash. She had to sell some gear. Friends said she looked rough, isolated, posting desperate Q&A videos that flopped. I didn't gloat. I just observed from afar, letting the justice feel earned. It was ironic. She'd mocked me as predictable, but her exciting choice unraveled her world. Months passed like this, me thriving in quiet dignity, her spiraling. I even started dating casually. Met Emily at a work conference. She's in marketing, down to earth, thinks my IT jokes are hilarious. No filters, no comparisons, just real connection. We'd grab coffee, talk for hours. "You're steady in the best way," she said once. It healed parts of me Sarah had broken. But the story doesn't end there. Sarah's attempts to reel me back in. That's when things got desperate. Update 3. The desperate reaches, texts, calls, and toxic entourage. Reddit. If the betrayal was infuriating, this phase was a masterclass in hypocrisy. About 2 months after I left, the first message pinged through. I'd unblocked her by then, figuring silence was my boundary. It started mild, but escalated quick. Her friends and family, total enablers, piling on like I owed her redemption. I stayed composed. No emotional hooks. Here's how it unfolded. First attempt. A text at midnight. "Hey Alex, miss you. That video was dumb. I deleted it. Can we talk?" I read it. Felt nothing but detachment. No reply. A day later, voicemail. "Babe, things with Jake fell apart. He was awful. Not like you. I see now how good we had it. Call me, please." Crickets from me. She amped it up. Multiple texts. "Please, I'm sorry. I was chasing the wrong things. You were always there for me." Then the shift to desperation. "Alex, I need help. Rent is due, and sponsors bailed after the backlash. You know how hard this is." I ignored it all, focusing on my life. Emily and I were official by then. We went on a hike, and she snapped a pic of us. No mocking captions. Just, "Best day with the best guy." It felt worlds away from Sarah's world. A week later, she showed up at my new apartment. Must have gotten the address from a mutual. I opened the door, saw her standing there, makeup smudged, looking smaller than I remembered. "Alex, thank God. Can I come in?" I stayed in the doorway, calm. "What do you want, Sarah?" She fidgeted, eyes darting. I messed up big time. Jake. He was abusive, controlling everything. He took some of my savings for joint content and ghosted. I'm broke, alone. My followers hate me now. Comments are brutal. But you? You were safe, reliable. I realize I threw it away. Let's try again. I'll change. No more videos about us." Her voice cracked, but I saw the hypocrisy, framing me as safe, like it was a consolation prize after mocking it before. "That's on you," I said evenly. "You chose Jake. The excitement." She stepped closer, desperate. "I was wrong. Influencer life is fake. Jake exposed that. Please, Alex. I need you." The anger bubbled up then, her true colors flashing. "How dare you ignore me like this? After everything I did for us, you're acting like a child." I shook my head. "You did for us? You humiliated me for likes." "Goodbye, Sarah." I closed the door, locked it. She banged once, yelling, You'll regret this. Then silence. But she wasn't done. Next came the toxic brigade. Her mom and sister, who'd always treated me like an accessory. Group text first, from her sister. Alex, you're being cruel. Sarah's suffering because of that stupid video. Man up and talk to her. Then a call from her mom. Listen here, young man. Family sticks together. She's learned her lesson. Jake was a mistake. You overreacted to a joke. Come fix this. She's crying every night. I answered that one. Firm. Mrs. Last name redacted, with respect. Sarah chose her path. She dismissed me. Mocked me publicly. I'm not responsible for her consequences. Her sister jumped in on the call. Oh, get over yourself. You're punishing her for growing her brand. Pathetic. She deserves better anyway. Funny. I replied coolly. That's what she said about me. Click. Locked them all. The attempts peaked there. Desperate pleas turning to rage. Exposing her entitlement. Power had flipped. She was unraveling. I was building forward. Update 4. Final closure at the party with my upgrade. Final update. Reddit. This happened last weekend. Tying it all up. A mutual friend's birthday party. Neutral ground. I figured I'd go, since most had sided with me after the full story spread. Emily came too. We'd been solid for months. Her support making the past feel distant. Sarah showed up uninvited, from what I heard, probably hoping to corner me. She looked rough. Hair unkempt. Outfit mismatched, like the influencer Polish had cracked. Her account down to 60,000. Posts sporadic. Ignored. Jake's betrayal had gone public via a diss track from another creator, sealing her isolation. She spotted me across the room, beelined over while Emily was grabbing drinks. Alex, we need to talk privately. I stayed seated, composed. No, Sarah. Say it here or not at all. She glanced around, voice low, urgent. Please. I see now. You were the best thing I had. Jake destroyed me. I'm in therapy, trying to rebuild. Let's start over. I promise. No more online BS. I miss us. Emily returned then, sliding next to me with a smile. Sarah's eyes widened. The contrast hit her. Me thriving. With someone new. Someone who valued me. I turned to Sarah. Firm. Definitive. Sarah. That chapter's closed. I've built a life where you're just a memory, a lesson in what I won't tolerate. Emily here? She thinks I'm perfect as I am. No captions needed. Remember, imagine waking up to this. Well, I wake up happy now. Without the drama. She stammered. Hypocrisy exposed. But I outgrew you. No, that was stupid. You're better off. Wait. You're with her? Yeah, I said, standing. The power flipped. You're desperate. I'm indifferent. Don't contact me again. It's over. She teared, then stormed out. Partygoers whispered. Her downfall on display. My growth evident. Later, her last text came through. I read it once, then blocked her. I'm done, read it. She's irrelevant. Powerless in my world. Thanks for the ride. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.